We're back for another Tuesday night of fantastic racing from Dover's Monster Mile. It is the di9 Designs Turn Down for What series. I'm Rick James, here to bring you uninterrupted green flag coverage of all 150 laps. Tizzy452 says, good luck guys and girls. J-Paw and Q-Dogs in the chat cheering for CDR. Cole Dog Racing. Jordan Bain says, going to the rear. Josh Arnold in the number 22 Box Cave. Ford on the outside. Waiting for this one. Boehner looks like he's going to start on the pole regardless. We'll see if he drops to the back. 150 laps of racing from the Monster Mile. 5 races to go and the title's on the line. Let's go racing! Jordan Bain drops to the rear as predicted. Out of the fourth corner, leading lap number 1, Corey Blevins out front in the number 99. Keys Associates Chevrolet Camaro. Then it's Braden Holt in the second position. J-Paw Arnold holding down the top 3. Tizzy452 says 22 almost jumped there. Let me tell you, Tommy, he not only jumped, he kind of boot scooting and boogied all the way to the outside. And that 22 car holding his own right to the back end of Braden Holt. Corey Blevins goes purple, 23.95, fastest lap of the race. Jake Millsap in the number 19, Millsap Graphics Supra hanging on to the back end of Jeff Noe in that number 60 car. Single file for most of these cars, and the conveyor belt has formed at Dover Downs, what is formerly known as Dover Downs. Keep your eye on that orange and purple number 6. Josh Franks rocking the Clemson colors, the Georgia native, giving way to his South Carolinian Clemson Tigers. He sits just ahead of Brian Tiffany in the number 35 Blue Moon Chevrolet. Brian Tiffany, the second highest ranked Ford in this field. The number 35 Mustang sits ahead of Nate Lehman in the Best Buy Mustang. We mentioned Jeff Noe holding down the top 10. Corey Blevins goes purple again with a 23.80. Meanwhile, Shad Swatsworth holding down 15th. Now 14th, he gets to the inside of Q-Dog Enrique Quiñones as the Wisconsin Badger Matt Boone tags the outside wall, and that number 38 red and white Wisconsin Badger Chevrolet sits lucky number 13th position behind Jarrett Manning in 12th. Mike Campbell Jr. in the number 71 car being scored out of this race, unfortunately, and that's going to do it for Papa Bear. That 71 is down and out. In the number 1 New England Patriots Chevrolet, Shad Swatsworth sitting 14th in the running order right now. Shad comes into this race 10th in points. He finds himself just 22 markers behind Q-Dog's Enrique Quiñones. That number 9 car currently running in the 15th position with a fast advancing Jose Ruiz rocking the number 23 Juicy Fruit Chevrolet. Kind of reminds me of that Juan Pablo Montoya Juicy Fruit car he ran as well. I'm loving the paint schemes here today. I was telling these guys, bring your college football paint schemes because it's going to be fun to see. And we've got a couple in the 38 of Matt Boone. The 6 of Josh Franks, of course, rocking those Clemson colors. And unfortunately, Sam Wade in the number 27 Tennessee Vols Ford not able to make it tonight. At the front, Corey Blevins leading in that number 99 as Bama Trama shows some love. Mama Vols, glad to have you in this chat. Corey Blevins with a 2-second lead to J. Paul Arnold in the number 22 Box Cave Ford. J. Paul has a 1-second advantage back to Braden Holt in third, but look at the train here. Braden Holt with no hood on that number 72 Valvoline Chevrolet. Not sure how he's getting away with this one, but you can see the plug in third. That is that number 72 Valvoline Chevrolet, and the competition that follows. It may be a single file train, but there is nothing orderly about that filed line behind him. Cole Snyder holding down the top 5 in the number 24 Box Cave Chevy is right on Hunter Peach's back bumper, and he's also got Josh Franks, who's sandwiching him there in that 5th position. Let's ride along with car number 24 and see the view from 5th. Out of the 4th corner now, Cole Snyder making his way in. And there you see Braden Holt, car 72, with no hood falling off the pace. You were watching that battle for the 3rd spot. Braden Holt now with Zach Meredith up his rear trumpet, car 17, trying to advance into this top 5. Braden Holt standing in his way. Back to Cole Snyder in that number 24 Box Cave Chevy. They're now all catching up to Josh Arnold, who finds himself 3.5 seconds behind Corey Blevins in the lead. You may have seen earlier today, drivers are going to be given 5 sets of tires as opposed to the customary 4. Drivers really going to have to conserve that rubber, and Braden Holt starting to stack up the field behind him. You saw them go almost 3 wide as Zach Meredith got around him in that 17 car, and it looks like we've got some action here. Nate Lehman, who's upset in that 14, gets into the 60 of Jeff No saves it. Glove save from car number 60 in turn number 3, and the cars keep on spinning. The conveyor belt keeps on moving. What a save by Jeff No. Let's have one more look at that. Look at that. There's the action coming out of turn number 2. And let's roll back just a little bit here. Maybe there was a little bit of... Nope, it looks like the 14 and the 35 got loose. There's the contact. Now watch the hands of No in the 60. Oh, man. Matt Boone just scooting by the number 38 Wisconsin Badgers Chevy. What a save by Jeff No. Kudos to driver of that number 60 Q Barbecue Ford. Josh Franks and Zach Meredith battling for position. The number 6 Clemson Chevrolet being driven by Sugar Josh Franks. Thanks to you, he's got those sweet hands in that cockpit right behind the 1.7 Red Bull Chevrolet. Let's ride around with Sugar Franks. 1 lap around Dover with the sweetest hands in the game. Absolutely love going for a couple of laps around, and who better than with Sugar Josh Franks. The Georgian sitting in the 6th position in car number 6 finds himself 1 second behind Zach Meredith in the number 17 Red Bull Chevrolet. Meredith 6/10 adrift of Cole Snyder in that 24. Further on back, the hoodless Braden Holt almost into the wall out of turn number 4. You did see Jordan Bain drop all the way to the rear in that number 28 B-Water Ford. Now he goes to the inside of Shad Swatsworth. The number 1 New England Patriots Chevrolet drops out of the top 10, and points leader Jordan Bain creeps ever closer to the front in the B-Water Mustang. Caution free for the first 23 and a half laps at Dover. Nate Lehman in the number 14 Best Buy Ford, losing the spot to Matt Boone in the 38 Wisconsin Badgers Chevrolet. And here comes points leader Jordan Bain following suit from car 38, and the 14 of Lehman stuck on the high side because here comes the number 1 of Shad Swatsworth, who's going to get back into the top 10. Jake Millsap in the number 19 Millsap Graphics Supra is next to attempt the overtake on car 1-4. .27 laps underway. Jake Millsap currently running in the 12th position. Brian Tiffany, the 35 car, on the move now. Tiffany has been on a slow slide backwards, and now he's got the 38 and 28 cars going to his right-hand side. Here comes the number 1 New England Patriots Chevrolet. He's now on the back end of Brian Tiffany. Shad Swatsworth looking to take 9th away from the Blue Moon Ford. It looks cut and dry and simple, but as we've seen on so many onboard cameras, for these drivers to really get a good lap, they've got to ride the bump out of the corner. You see so much undulations, the crests and the falls from these cars coming up high out of turns number 2 and 4. It's just marvelous watching them hang on through such a bumpy concrete surface. Jarrett Manning and Jeff Lednam have decided to come in 30 laps into this race, and there's damage on that number 7 car. Let's see what happened with Jeff Lednam. There's the 37 already on his way down pit road. There's the 7. Is there going to be some contact on car number 7, Jarrett Manning? Something happened to this car here. And then the 37 of Lednam already on his way down pit road. No damage to speak of yet. And something's going to happen to this 7 car that's going to cause him to lose his hood. He gets into the wall, into turn number 3, trying to save it. Contact from the 66 of Jim Coey. There goes right into the barrier. Goes the 7 of Jeff Lednam. And the 1 car incident forces the 7 car to jump down pit road. We stay green after the 1 car incident as expected. Looking to the 66 of Jim Coey. Grandpa Coey missing some pieces in that Rico Chevrolet. He is hoodless as well as the 72 of Braden Holt. And those cars are going to spend some extra time down pit road getting their cars repaired. We've had a change at the front, however. Corey Blevins has worn the life out of those Goodyears, and J. Paul Arnold now becomes the new leader at Dover. Pit stop cycle's not quite starting just yet, but you can see that these tires are starting to fall off. Now the question becomes, when does the cycle begin? Which drivers have saved the life of their Goodyear Eagles? The 17 of Zach Meredith to the inside of Cole Snyder. That for the 4th position. Corey Blevins next for car 17. Let's ride along in the cockpit with Zach. We just saw the 66 of Jim Coe come down pit road to repair his race car. Still, nobody else that was otherwise undamaged. The 22 of Josh Arnold sits 0.2 of a second ahead of Hunter Peach in that Rheem Supra. The order runs Mustang, Supra, Camaro. Your top 3, 36 laps complete in Dover. If you've recently joined us, I'm Rick James, bringing you uninterrupted green flag action. It's the 11th round of 15 races in the di9 designs. Turned down for what, Xfinity Series? Coming into this race, Josh Arnold leads so far, but he sits second in points. By my math, 62 points behind Jordan Bayne. It has been an unbelievable season. Josh Arnold fighting a very uphill battle, but it's not over yet because the gap still only stands to 1 race. So it is far, far from over. You saw the 60 of Jeff Noe come down pit road. He again had that brilliant save earlier. Jordan Bayne now working on Josh Franks. Here's the battle for 6th.